Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Okay, so you know that uh, big pile of articles and research about that light analyzer app.
Yeah,
We're going to figure out how to turn a smartphone into a real scientific tool.
that's right. Basically, we're going to be looking at the science behind a spectrometer, a device that analyzes light, and this app, along with a few other things, can help us do just that.
So cool. Okay, um, I'm already pretty interested, but what exactly is so special about analyzing light?
Well, imagine you're looking at the stars and you just point your phone at one.
Uh,
With this app and a special tool called a diffraction grating, you can actually figure out what the star is made of just from the light it gives off.
oh wow, that's really amazing.
It is.
I never even thought about it that way. Okay, so let's break it down. We're talking about an app called Light Analyzer Data Logger. Right?
Yes, exactly. And one of the best things about it is how accessible it is. It runs right in your web browser, so you don't even have to download anything. It's also open source, which means anyone can use the code, change it, share it. It's really cool.
That's so great. It really shows how science and education can be a team effort.
It really does. And it was created by Felix J. Garcia Clemente, Tse Kwang Leong, Lu Kang Wei, and Kieran. And get this, it's available in so many different languages thanks to people all over the world.
Wow, so cool.
They even made a simpler elite version for people who want something, well, lighter.
Oh, nice. Okay, so how does this app actually make my phone into one of those spectrometers?
Good question. You'll need a diffraction grating.
Okay.
It's basically like a thing that splits light into all its different colors, kind of like a prism.
Oh, okay, I get it. So what do you do with it?
So you can buy a diffraction grating or you can 3D print one.
Oh, cool.
The stuff you sent me actually has links to both options.
Oh, nice.
And then you attach it to your phone's camera and the app takes it from there.
All right, so I point my phone, which now has that diffraction grating thing on it, at like a lamp or something, and the app just figures it all out.
Yep. So every element, when you excite it, it gives off a special light pattern, sort of like a fingerprint. And we call that an emission spectrum.
Oh.
The app looks at those colors and patterns made by the diffraction grating and matches them to a database of known emission spectra. It's really neat.
Hold on. Can you maybe explain that emission spectra thing a bit more? I think I missed something there.
Sure. You can think of it like every element has its own unique glow. It has a special way of shining when you energize it. And the app can figure out what that code, that emission spectrum means, and tell us exactly what elements are in that light.
Ah, okay. So if I point my phone at a neon sign, the app will tell me it's neon just by the light.
Exactly. And it can do so much more than just neon. It can tell you about street lamps, those curly fluorescent bulbs, even the sun.
You're kidding. This is way cooler than I thought it was.
Oh, we've only just started. The stuff you sent is full of real-world examples and experiments we can try.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's get into it then.
Oh.
Wow, okay. So you can really turn your phone into like a science lab. But what kind of experiments are we talking about?
Well, it depends what kind of lights you have around.
Okay.
Like the material talks about how to analyze the light from helium lamps, mercury lamps, and neon lamps.
Yeah, I think I've seen those, like at science stores or something.
Yeah, probably.
What would I learn from like shining my phone at those?
Well, remember those emission spectra, those unique fingerprints for each element?
Yeah.
So you can actually check what's in those lamps by comparing what you see in the app to online databases. It's really cool.
Like it's actually like real science, not just messing around on my phone.
Exactly. It's all about actually observing things, getting some data, and comparing it to what we already know.
That's really cool. Okay, so I can analyze those lamps, check my results online. Anything else?
Oh yeah, there's also a section on analyzing sunlight.
Really?
Yeah, it's a great light source because it's easy to find.
True.
Plus, sunlight spectrum is way more complex than just a single element, so it's a lot more interesting.
So it's harder to analyze than a single element.
A little bit, yeah. But the app and the materials show you how to calibrate your setup using a fluorescent lamp just to make sure everything is accurate.
Okay.
When you look at sunlight, you can actually see what we call absorption lines.
What are those?
They're like little dips in the spectrum where elements in the sun's atmosphere are absorbing some of the light.
Wow, wait. So we can analyze the sun's atmosphere from Earth with just a phone.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It really is. It shows how powerful this simple tool can be. It's not just about the pretty colors. You're actually figuring out what things are made of, even if they're far away, just by looking at the light.
I'm actually blown away by this. I have to try this. Okay, so one more thing. The source material mentioned something about adjusting the slit size. What does that do?
Oh, right. So remember how the diffraction grating splits light into all those colors? Well, the size of the slit you use to focus the light changes how you see the spectrum.
So like if I change the slit size, the rainbow from the grating will look different.
Exactly. A bigger slit lets in more light, so the spectrum is brighter, but you might not see the individual colors as clearly. A smaller slit gives you sharper peaks, but the spectrum might be dimmer overall.
Oh, so it's like brighter but less detail, or dimmer but more detail.
Yep. It's a concept that's used in a lot of different scientific instruments, and this app lets you see it for yourself.
Amazing. So are there like any downsides to this phone spectrometer? Can it really compare to what scientists use?
Well, you have to be realistic. A phone spectrometer won't be as powerful as the really expensive equipment in labs.
Okay, that makes sense.
You probably won't be making like Nobel Prize winning discoveries with it.
Right, right. But for learning and playing around with spectroscopy, it sounds pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And that's the best thing about this app and these resources. They make science exciting and fun, even for beginners.
Yeah, they really do. It's so cool how technology can help people learn and discover new things. Okay, so besides lamps and sunlight, is there anything else we can analyze with this app?
Well, I don't want to spoil all the fun,
Okay, fair enough.
but think about all the different lights in your house, like street lamps, LEDs, even your computer screen. They all give off light that you can explore.
Okay, now I really can't wait to try this out. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah.
I remember the source material talked about how the app has been updated over time.
Yeah?
What can you tell us about how it's changed?
Yeah, it's really neat that they keep making it better, shows they really care about it.
Yeah, for sure. The fact that they're always adding new things and making it better shows that they want people to use it.
Uh-huh.
And it also shows how cool open source development is.
Right. You talked about open source before. How has that helped this app get better?
Well, because anyone can see and use the code, other
Yeah.
people can add new features, translate it into other languages, even make guides and stuff for it.
Oh, wow. So it's like a whole team effort. Exactly. It's all about working together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool how something that started as one person's idea has become this really amazing thing because so many people helped.
It really shows how technology can help people learn together.
I agree. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what do you think is the most important thing for our listeners to remember?
I think the coolest thing is realizing that science isn't just something you read about in books. It's everywhere around us.
It is.
And with tools like this Light Analyzer app, anyone can try it out and discover all the amazing things hidden in the light we see every day.
You're right. That is really cool. You know, when we started, I wasn't sure about this whole analyzing light thing, but you've totally changed my mind.
I'm glad. Don't forget, this is just the beginning.
Yeah,
There's so much more to explore out there. You can keep learning and having fun with it.
totally. So to everyone listening, give it a try. Get the app, find a diffraction grating, and start looking at the world around you with a scientific eye. Who knows? Maybe you'll see the world in a whole new light, literally.
I love that. Go explore and have fun.